First of all, I'd utilize this platform to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the people in my life ever since my childhood who have played such an important role in my life in shaping me as a person. That stands as a reason that why I stand over here. Those 14 days over here at Centurion and the unparalleled guidance and mentorship of the faculty over here, their mentorship ultimately turned my trajectory of preparation in a direction that ultimately led to this recommendation. First of all, I feel so honored to be over here and being given this opportunity. First of all, I'd utilize this platform to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the people in my life ever since my childhood who have played such an important role in my life in shaping me as a person. That stands as a reason that why I stand over here. And ultimately, beginning with my family, the unparalleled support that I've received from them, especially my father, and even 26 letters of English alphabet will fall short to express it all. And the friends that I've had, and the faith and the belief that they showed in me even before I actually deserved it or actually possessed that potential. And those 14 days over here at Centurion and the unparalleled guidance and mentorship of the faculty over here, Jishan sir, Group Captain Basu sir, Colonel Amit sir, and Bodhi Raja sir, and Shami Sabarwal sir. Their mentorship ultimately turned my trajectory of preparation in a direction that ultimately led to this recommendation. So, honestly, as someone who is a total fresher, both in terms of written as well as the SSB part, and clearing both the stages in the first attempt itself, fortunately, I honestly do not have much to tell you all in terms of suggestions or advice. Everyone knows the SSB procedure is designed in such a manner that the ones who get recommended, they themselves do not know for what reasons have they gotten recommended. And the ones who get unfortunately screened out or conferenced out, they too are equally unaware in which part were they lacking. That made them out of the selection process. But with this 20 years of little experience that I've had in my life, I think all I'll say is that never move on in life knowing you could do something and you didn't. I reiterate that never move on in life knowing you could do something and you didn't. So maybe like 4 or 5 years down the lane, wherever you are in life, and after you have shed this proud tag of being called the defense aspirant, so for 4 or 5 years down the lane, when you turn around and look at the journey that you've had, this thought that us waqt thodi aur mehnat kar li hoti, this thought that never pops into your head. That regret will haunt you for a very long time, and I personally have been a victim of it, honestly. With an astounding number of 389 reporting, I myself was quite shocked. And that shrink down to 356 because some unfortunately got document out in that. After that, with such a humongous reporting, it led to a lot of delay in the procedure itself. So by around 11, we were given our OIR sets, and it was totally a math set, and the time fell short for me to get it all completed. So I had attempted out of only 30 questions out of 50 in the first OIR set, and I was sure that I cannot expect a good result out of it. So after the OIR 2, in which I managed to attempt like 47 out of 50, I was a little hopeful, but not very sure. Talking about the PPDT part, therein it felt that the speed of the clock was just 2x speed. I wasn't able to complete the written part of the story. So that in itself was again shocking to me as well. And with that, I'd lost the hope. So fortunately, the things turned out to be in my favor. The narration part was quite good, at least from my end, and in the group that which I was a part of. And the group discussion was a heavy fish market. I was very shocked that I was waiting for a moment that I myself will find an opportunity to raise my voice, but that pause just never came. So I had to intervene and interrupt few before I could participate into it. So with this, it was around like 1:30 and 2:30. We had our lunch and then we were seated again in the auditorium. And at around 5:30 in the evening, we had our results. So chest number 121, and I stood up. I was again shocked. I reiterated my UPSC roll number and went ahead, and I got the chest number 7. So this was the beginning of the next 4 or 5 days. After that, we were given our accommodation and everything over there, and we were told like the restricted areas we're not supposed to enter. In that accommodation, we thought like let's prepare for the psych and revise the notes whatever we have prepared. And at 11 o'clock in the night, light chali gayi bilkul. And up till 4 in the morning, we were all there in the dark. So we woke up and we got freshened up and we got ready for our psych test without preparing or revising anything in advance. So we gave the psych test. It fortunately went really well. I was able to have decent ideas in almost all of the stories. I was able to attempt 55 WATs out of 60 and 50 SRTs out of 60, and I managed to complete all of it in the timely manner. So after that, after we had done our psych part, we were told that our interviews will be scheduled, and I was informed that mine would be the first one after over there. So I was really shocked that with this preparation, how what kind of performance will I be giving over there? But fortunately, my interview was postponed to the GTO day one. So with this, we enjoyed our time after that, and for the GTO day one, it was raining, and we performed most of our tasks in the rain itself. And according to me, in the GTO task, I performed like horrible mistakes in almost every of the stage. Like in the group discussion, I had a very mediocre participation. In the GP, I was the only one who identified 5 problems instead of 4. In PGT, I was able to give sufficient ideas in third and the fourth obstacle. In lecturate, I just chose a very low level topic and sat there in 2.5 minutes. After that, in HGT, I was utterly shocked with the kind of structure that was provided to us. It was a movable structure, and I was not able to provide any ideas on it. And I was like barely following the instructions, whatever my fellow chess numbers were asking me to do. I did that. And GTO day 2, it was like most about the individual obstacles. I completed only 6 obstacles. In the command task, I was given a difficult task according to me. I think this was all. And with the level of performance that I gave in GTO, I was very sure that I would be conferenced out. So next comes the conference day. I entered the room, 45 seconds into the room, and I was out of the room. So what should I decipher from it? I myself was not knowing it, yes or a no. So after that, we were again seated in a hall, and the results were there. Chess number 2 and chess number 7 from the first group, and I was the one, fortunately. So what I would say is that things are so unexpected that with your own assessment, when you see that you have not performed well, and it turns out to be a recommendation.
अगर देश की वर्दी पहनना है आपका भी सपना, तो आपकी मंजिल तक पहुंचाने के लिए सेंचुरियन डिफेंस एकेडमी है आपके साथ, जो है डिफेंस एग्जाम्स की सफलता में एक भरोसेमंद नाम। यहां आपको मिलता है बेस्ट मेंटर्स का मार्गदर्शन, रेगुलर क्लासेस, एक्सटेंसिव स्टडी मटेरियल, एक्सपीरियंस्ड एसएसबी एक्सपर्ट से ट्रेनिंग, लार्जेस्ट जीटीओ ग्राउंड, वीकली मॉक टेस्ट और रेगुलर डाउट क्लियरिंग क्लासेस जैसी कई सुविधाएं, ताकि आपकी डिफेंस प्रिपरेशन हो पूरी A to Z। तो फिर देर किस बात की है? सेंचुरियन डिफेंस एकेडमी वेलकम करती है हर उस एस्पिरेंट को जिसने देखा है सपना देश सेवा और रक्षा का। अभी एनरोल कीजिए हमारे कोर्सेज में और टॉप AIRS की तरह ही दीजिए अपनी मेहनत को एक विनिंग बूस्ट।